Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of this F125 Wheel of Chaos career mode. We were in China for the last episode and it was a double race weekend for us. Of course we had the sprint and also the Grand Prix, and let's just say, man, that was just an absolute insane weekend with the challenges we had to endure. It didn't feel like the challenges were all that bad, but it ended up being just absolute madness. And to be honest, it really kind of hurt / ruined our week, depending on, you know, whichever race you really kind of looked at. But overall, we did not get any points in the sprint because of the challenge. And then in the race, we were going to do the challenge, and then we had a red flag, and then I ended up challenging myself to stay out longer on the second stint of tires, or I guess the third because of the red flag. But nonetheless, we were able to get the points with Paul Aaron. We got some more points with the team. And now we go to Japan, hoping that we're able to get more on the board for Zuck Racing with Isaac Hadji. And of course, taking a look at what happened before we got to Japan, obviously a lot more upgrades came in. We're starting now to get into this groove where we have a lot more upgrades coming in. I think I might push towards researching more development spots for aerodynamics. We have a lot of aerodynamic parts just kind of sitting there currently, so I feel like I might try and open up a bit more so we can get more and more parts developed there in that section. But we're doing all right now, so I have no issues whatsoever. But again, more parts came in. I put them on Isaac Hadjar's car because that's who we are driving with this episode. Here's the key bit right here. As we come into Japan, yes, we are now not a bottom two team in Formula One. Yes, we're doing a lot better now with our upgrades, even though it's a small amount compared to all the teams that are below us and just a few ahead of us compared to also the teams at the top of the standings there. But we are doing good, and I like where we are for right now, so hopefully we have better luck here in Suzuka. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to spin this wheel. We spin it here just one time this time around, not two, because we only got one race. Let's hope to God it's a good challenge. Hopefully we're going to be something good for this race. I do not want to mess around. Must use TV pod offset camera. Okay, this is the first camera setting I think that we're using on this wheel. So I'm actually happy. There's something a little bit different. Nothing that's going to really ruin our race, but might just ruin the vision of how I'm going to drive this car. But this should be all right. I don't think this will be such a big problem. So a new camera for this race. Let's go to qualifying in Japan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our first lap of qualifying in the sun here in Suzuka. It won't last that long. As for the Grand Prix, we were supposed to have light rain to start out the race. As you can see, we are on TV offset cam. The right turns are a bit strugglesome, but the left turns are actually pretty good. I can actually see where to turn. But we have to get through this Esses bit here, and hopefully we hold it pretty good. So we got Isaac Hadjar for this weekend. Hopefully that should be pretty good. Let's finish out our first lap here in qualifying and see how we do. So we just have the final chicane here around Suzuka. I don't know if this was a good lap or not, but let's see, as we'll use DRS all the way to the line. We'll go wide this time around. P10. Okay, so not bad of a first lap there. Definitely can improve on a second lap here, and we could maybe go for a third time. So good first lap overall. So ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is complete here, but we're putting in a very, very good lap here. We're 0.8 up on our previous time. Can we put in a great finish here and hopefully get higher than 12th for the Grand Prix? As we will come across the line this time around, I will go super tight to the wall. 0.8 higher. Where does that put us here? In 8th. Okay. So once again, mid-table. Not bad. Not bad. Rainy Suzuka's next.
Welcome along to the legendary Suzuka. This classic racetrack boasts a long history dating right back to 1962 when it was first opened. Will more history be written here today at the Japanese Grand Prix? We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at a wet and windy Suzuka Circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with Sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. We should see overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style dives into the hairpin as well. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Tsunoda, Antonelli, George Russell and Norris, Leclerc, Hadjar, Sainz and Pepe Marti, Gasly, Piastri, Liam Lawson and Colapinto, Albon, Aaron, Lance Stroll and Ollie Behrman, Hülkenberg, Bortoletto, Crawford and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Glorious Suzuka. It's a bit like Silverstone, an iconic track for which we couldn't have an F1 season without it. And so much for the drivers to think about around here.
Absolutely, Crofty. The only figure-of-8 circuit that we have on the calendar, and you kind of wonder, why don't we have more? Because it's such a good format. The drivers love this track. It's got a great flow to it, a fantastic circuit. Not the best for overtaking, but my goodness, from inside the car, it's a real treat for the drivers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the intermediate tires on to start this race. We are on the offset cam, and 5 lights go out here at Suzuka, and we are off. We currently sit in 8th position. It will be key to get a good start to this race, although will my tires not be good for the start because they are probably pretty cold. But we're going to go around the first turn, and everyone's pretty close to each other here as the rain is going to fall lightly for the first little bit of this race. Our goal, obviously, in the rain here is to just try and stick with the best. Obviously, everyone knows as they're... Whoa, and I've just been driven off the track by Carlos Sainz. I was going to say everyone knows how bad I am driving in the rain, and I'm already having trouble as I'm in P9 to start this race. Oh, boy. I don't want this to be a comeback race, man. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, on lap 5 here, I'm dealing with a lot of pressure here from Pierre Gasly as he's going to go on the inside. I'm going to push him way off the track. I am struggling. My tire pressure, the rears are very, very bad, and I'm burning them out very, very quickly here. They're saying my tires are okay. I don't really think so here. We were supposed to come in around lap 13. I might have to come in way earlier because of just how much struggle, oh my God, how much I am struggling on these tires. Everyone knows I cannot drive in the rain, and it's showing here big time. The drivers ahead of me are now 8 seconds gone. If you look at the map down below, look at all the drivers I am currently holding up. That's literally half the grid I'm holding up. Look at all of them behind me. Oh my God. So I'm just going to try and hold on as best I can. This might be a tough one, though, for the next couple of laps. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm having bad traction on my rears as Pierre Gasly's going to try and get by me. And I think Oscar Piastri's also going to try and get by me. We're 3 wide here into the first turn. I'll come way on in, and I'm way off the track as I go way wide. As I see track limits, oh, and I get rammed into the side of Pepe Marti, and I'm off the track, and I'm into the corner. Oh, no. I'm off the side of the track, and now I'm way down in 21st. Surely now, as I have to let Jack Crawford go, I got to come on in, man. This is unbearable. Look at my rears. I cannot drive like this. I'm going to have to come in and pit. So I'm going to switch on here to the soft tires. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I'm going to do, as I literally cannot drive on those tires. Holy smokes. So I'm going on to the softs. I don't really know what the proper idea is for this, but that's what I'm going to do. Man, this has just been a zoo. We're 8 laps in. I'm going on softs because it gives me the most grip. I don't know how long they're going to last. As long as they can last me to lap 13, I am happy. Because then we could switch on to the hards or something like that.
You only have to stop once.
Yeah.
Now, 1 stop left.
So we're going to go with this and see how it goes. But we are now the guinea pig who decided to go on the softs instead of the wet tires. So we'll hopefully, if we can just hold on to the dry line, we should be all right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here on lap 12, I mean, the movement on these soft tires has not been the best. Max Verstappen is actually not far from us going down the main straight right now, so we are definitely getting mogged by Mr. Inevitable. One thing I'd like to note, though, is that these drivers are coming in around lap 13, which is basically the lap, or well, the lap that everyone's just kind of starting right now. If that's the case, actually, Max Verstappen's coming in. Everyone's coming in. Are they coming in for new intermediates? Or are they being told the rain's now good? I got to figure that out, because if that's the case, I could be in trouble here. I might swap over to the hards this lap, but if everyone is going on regular tires, I could be in trouble here, and this might be a very slow death of a race. But
other teams are fitting intermediate tires. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
Well, I don't want to, but I'm just saying if they're on intermediate tires, that actually helps me out, because they'll have to pit for regular tires. So that's why I'm just kind of like, whatever.
And that's Paul in the pits.
Okay, no, Paul Aeronaut. Okay, no, I'm in trouble. Everyone's on regular tires now. Well, it was fun while it lasted, boys and girls. I'm going to switch on to hards this lap. Or maybe they won't let me because Paul Aaron's in the pits.
Wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
Stay out a little longer. Okay, lap 17 onto the hards. 10 laps on the hards? I'll do mediums then. Why would I go to... What the heck? Okay, well, it seems like all these folks will just go hard to the end, so I could be in big trouble here. But man, oh man. This... Oh, like, look at this. I can't even turn. Is that me? Who's the yellow flag? This has been the longest clip in the world. I can't even tell. These S's. It's someone up here.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
It's a Haas. It's Ollie Behrman. Okay, well, he's gone. See you later. So I could be screwed here because everyone's now on hard tires, and the hard tires can go to the end of the race. So I don't know. I could come in this lap, to be honest. I'm kind of... I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to hold it together until lap 17. I switched my strategy to be the medium tires. But for the first time this series, to my knowledge, we'll be getting lapped. Max Verstappen is just an absolute torpedo today. And he's in first, and there he goes. So we've just been lapped by Max Verstappen. We're putting the medium tires on. We might get even lapped by Yuki Tsunoda here, but I mean, these Red Bulls this weekend are just insane. I've never seen this. Well, I have, but like, look how far they are compared to who I believe is George Russell. Like, just absolutely nuts. There goes Yuki Tsunoda. So we've been lapped here. So we might have a couple more blue flags come our way. But maybe these newer medium tires can help us out here and finish this race. But man, this has just been an absolute disaster class in Japan. Last year, I was fighting with my teammate, and we had some pit problems. And now this year, the rain decided to come ruin my day in Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, there are actually drivers who actually did come in a second time. So, I'm now not last anymore. Huh. Interesting.
Caution, caution.
Oh, and we got another yellow flag. Everything's happening this lap.
Okay, be aware.
Is that Yuki Tsunoda?
No overtaking.
I believe it is Yuki Tsunoda who's out of this race. Yeah, it was. Yuki Tsunoda is gone. So, wow. So, the Red Bull 1-2 is now over with. And that will gain us a place. We could be... Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We could still be in this one for a little bit here. Hang on. Oh, my God.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
And boys and girls, I cannot believe that just popped up on my screen. Max Verstappen is your race winner. I'm honestly not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about it. This has been, besides what you've seen in this episode in the race, literally is everything that you have seen. Very low event outside of my failures. It's not even the challenge's fault. It's just driving this track, and especially the rain, just gives me pain. And you know, oh, it just ended the race. Well,
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
It's a shame.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
And 3 wins in a row now, of course, Croft. You've thrown the gauntlet down. The drivers are out there now. They realise that they are the target. They've got the energy, they've got the momentum on their side.
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky 3, it's time to stand on it. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen.
I have to say, boys and girls, I got thrown off because you know what? That has never happened in my life playing this game. I have never been lapped so much that I don't even finish the final lap, to my recollection. I've never had that, so that's why it threw me off. But man, oh man, what an awful race that was. Awful. I was gonna say, Suzuka has actually been one of my least favorite tracks ever to drive playing this game. I know people love it for its classic-esque, you know, design and look and feel, and I know people, you know, because of the overtaking kind of hate it, but this video game, you could do it. But it's one of my least favorite tracks to drive, wet or dry. And when it's wet, it makes it 10 times worse. 10 times worse than any other track when we drive it wet. And it kind of showed today. Just to let you know, before I go on into the standings, because I'm kind of done talking about this, Max Verstappen lapped everyone up to Alexander Albon. And if you want to know where he ended up, 9th. Max Verstappen was on such a roll, he lapped everyone up to 9th, and because Yuki Tsunoda DNF'd, you can't get a full number on this, but the driver who finished second was Kimi Antonelli. He was 33 seconds behind Max Verstappen. 33. Yeah, let's just say, I think the Max Verstappen domination is here for a while, kind of like last year, and I think it's going to hang around. So, man, oh man. What an awful race for us. And here are the driver standings after this race. Max Verstappen now has a 34-point lead over Kimi Antonelli for the Drivers' Championship. Again, the second to fourth, the fifth even position is kind of all tight. But George Russell finally on the board here with 13 points, so he jumps up. So we drop because George Russell jumps. Once again, the Williams boys are ahead of us because of our terrible racing this weekend. We need to have a good one soon. But overall, Max Verstappen, of course, leads. There is no surprise there. And when we look at the constructors, obviously, Red Bull on the top, Ferrari not far behind, McLaren not far behind, and even Mercedes not far behind that. But again, Williams picking up points, so they are now 5 points ahead of us for 5th in the Constructors' Championship. Like I mentioned, I think it's going to be us two for the best of the rest. Looking at the teams below us, there's not much movement there, so I feel like we're in a good position, but we have to put up some good races soon and good points soon. It's going to be tough, but we got to do it. So that's going to do it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I know it wasn't the best. I know it was a really tough watch once again. But coming up, we're going to Bahrain, and I always have good times there. So hopefully we're going to be able to put in a good result. Once again, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video if you have not yet, and subscribe to the Zuck TV YouTube channel as well. And also ring that bell to be notified of when I post the next F1 25 Wheel of Chaos Career Mode video. I'll see you guys all in Bahrain next time. Peace.